Hello, Panthers. Happy Friday, March 12th. You guys did an awesome job yesterday working asynchronously. And those of you who emailed me questions, thanks for doing so. I want to start off today by pointing out that there is a missing work slide down on slide 3 of this presentation that you're looking at. So you may have received an email from me around noon yesterday pointing out that you hadn't completed something. I'll keep checking everything that's turned in and updating that slide. But if you see your name there, please start off today by finishing any missed work from yesterday. I don't want you to fall further behind. I think the things listed there are the poetry assessment that students were to take, turning in your math notes, having 3 or more poems published, and also the IRIS word study activities. So take a look at that. Make sure you're up to date on everything. Looking at what we need to do today on Friday, March 12th, if you're in 6th grade math, please click on the daily math slide. It'll take you to this slide here. Our notes today are on order of operations with negative numbers. Those should be the second page in your Unit 6 notes. You're going to complete those notes using this video, and then you're going to turn in your notes here, and there'll also be a little set of practice problems that we'd like you to complete for this lesson. If you finish early, or if you're from Miss May's class and you don't have any math work to do, feel free to spend your math time, or at least half of it, 30 minutes, working in ST Math to help build up our class average of puzzles. Just so you guys know, I did stop by Miss Hanton's 3rd grade classroom yesterday, and I talked to her about how many puzzles her class was at. And she said they were around 110, and our class average is just a little bit over 100, so it's neck and neck right now. We want to make sure we finish the week strong. If everybody puts in 30 minutes today, I know we'll come out on top with the March Madness. But make sure you guys spend probably 45 minutes to an hour completing this math work, and if you didn't turn your notes in yesterday, make sure you turn them in today. For language arts, it's pretty light for language arts today. Today's a writing day, so really what I want you to focus on is getting your 4th poem published in our class anthology. Of course, that link there will take you to the class anthology. You want to go to your slide and make sure it's as well done as possible. You want to have links to your 4 poems. Let's see, somebody who's got 4. I think Mikhail's had 4 poems for quite some time. If you have 4 poems, feel free to bounce around. A lot of people are publishing new poems that you may not have read yet. If you want to publish a 5th poem, go for it. But it's kind of cool to see all the neat poems that people are writing. And of course, if you don't have 4 poems, go ahead and add your 4th poem, or for some of you, your 3rd poem today. That way, you'll be in a great place next week. Next week, we're going to ask you to choose one of your poems and share it with the class on Friday of next week. We want to make sure everybody's prepared for that and not caught off guard. If you want to see how we're going to be grading your poems to see if they're going to hold up to the grading, click on Rubric, and you can view the rubric that we're going to use to assess your poetry here. Okay. Highest score you can get on your poems is an 8 out of 8. You got to present it well. Make sure your poem has a consistent tone and mood, theme, and that you use poetic language and fluency. All right. Most of the poems I've looked at, you guys have done a wonderful job on. Probably want to make sure that one of your poems stands out as really matching closely to the rubric. So when we ask you to present, you know which poem you want to use for that presentation. That's it for language arts. So again, if you're finished with your language arts stuff early, or let's say you already have 4 poems and you've already kind of checked this over, feel free to, again, go on ST Math, knock out some puzzles. Let's get that average up. For social studies, there is a new activity here. It's called How Do Diverse People Resist Slavery? Just notice there's an extra S in there. So when you click on this assignment, it'll take you here to this activity. And basically what you're going to do is choose 3 slides to read and respond to. So there's a series of primary and secondary sources here from American history. So you're going to analyze each source, read it carefully. All of them require close reading. Each passage has a short question that we want you to answer, okay, using evidence from the text, right? We always want to quote stuff from the text that tells people why we answered the question the way that we did. This is a great assignment to practice this on. And you don't have to do all the slides. You just have to do 3 of them. There's actually 7 or 8 to choose from. Just do 3. If you want to do more than 3, that's great, but we're only going to check in with you on 3 of them. Finally, when you're done, tell us what you learned as a whole. You used to think, what about how people resisted slavery? Now, what do you know or what do you think after reading those 3 primary or secondary sources of your choice? Finally, for a class meeting, I mentioned this in the video yesterday. Everyone received directions in an email from me, and your parents also did too, on what we'd like you to submit for the yearbook this year. So if you didn't do that yesterday, make sure you do it today. If you did it yesterday, fast forward to Panther time, right? If you're stuck or you don't know what to do for the yearbook directions, you can always email me. Always talk to me at Monday morning meeting next week, because you do have to have those in by the March 22nd. So that's 10 days from today. Today is Iris Word Study Quiz Day. So the final thing, or one of the last things you want to do today, is make sure you click on Iris Word Study Quiz. And then go down to Friday 3/12, and the quiz is right here. Here's the link for the quiz. You can use the word list. You can use your word study. You can use the flashcards. You want to get as high of a score as possible on this quiz. Remember, in order for me to mark it completed, you have to get at least a 16 out of 20 on the quiz. So you can take it as many times as you need to. You want to get a 16 out of 20 to be marked, checked off on the word study quiz. Finally, lastly, of course, I'm going to give you one more reminder for ST Math March Madness. I'm recording this video at 12:15 on Thursday. So let's go in here. I'll log in real quick and see what our class is currently at. Looks like right now in ST Math March Madness, our class is at 106 puzzles, and there's one person in there right now hammering out some more puzzles. So hopefully if everybody logs in 30 minutes, we'll be up over 150 puzzles. We're actually tied with our class average last week. So if you haven't been putting any time in, today's the day to do it. If you have, keep pushing, finish strong. It's Friday. 30 more minutes will get us over the bar, I believe. Hope you guys have an awesome Friday. Reach out to me, please, via email if you have any questions. And have an awesome weekend. I'll see you guys Monday morning, and I'll see some of you in school on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of next week. Take care, everybody.